Hello everybody and welcome to my tutorial where I'm going to show you how to set up a CI/CD pipeline for a React application using Netlify and Github. So what I have here, I have a very basic React application with just one component and with just one h1 tag right here, as you can see. This is the component, this is just one h1 tag, very basic, very simple. And all of this code is pushed to a GitHub repository right here. As you can see, I named it CI/CD pipeline React, and this is the code right here in this repository. Now, this is a very standard basic React application. Now, all we have to do in order to deploy this to the Netlify CDN with Git and set up a CI and a CD pipeline where you can continuously integrate into the code and continuously deploy it, you first have to go to the Netlify interface, and right here, as you can see, there's an option for a new site from Git. That's what we want to click. So we're going to click the new site from Git right there. And then it's going to ask us to choose a provider. Currently, because I'm using GitHub, I'm going to choose GitHub right here. Now, what's going to happen if you're doing this for the first time? It's going to ask you to authorize Netlify to have access to your GitHub repositories, and it's going to ask you whether you want to access all of your repositories or just select ones. Currently, I have it set up so there's access to just select repositories, and you can configure that under applications right here. When you go to the settings on your GitHub profile right here, if you go to settings, then if you come to applications, you can configure the Netlify application right here, and you can allow it only select repositories. So currently it's not all repositories, it's just select repositories, and I selected the repository that I want Netlify to have access to. Now all you have to do here is just choose this repository, and now it's gonna recognize it actually recognized that it was a React application. It read the package.json file, and it did see that there is an build script. So it already recognized the script that is going to be npm run build, and the published directory is built for a React. Now, if it's a different application, if it doesn't recognize it, you can obviously override this and you can put your own command, or if you have another command, you can put your own command. But in this case, for a React application created with the npx create React app, these are the defaults, and these are the ones that we're going to use. So what's going to happen? Every time we push to the main branch, and that's the only branch currently that we have in the repository, what's going to happen? Every time that we push to the main branch, so every time there's a commit to the main branch, what's going to happen? This command is going to get run, and then this directory is going to get published. That's going to be the build directory. So now if we are happy with this setup here, we can click deploy site, and we are happy. So I'm going to click deploy site. And now what's going to happen? Something very interesting is going to happen. As you can see, it says site deploy in progress. Now, if I click on this here, it says building here. And if you come here, you can see the building deployment log. And as you can see here, it's installing Node, and it's using Node to install the dependencies. And if everything is right, so if there are no errors in the code, it's going to successfully build, and it's going to deploy the published directory. So as you can see right now, it's installing the npm modules. Now, this might take a little bit. It might take a little time, so it's not going to be really that fast. It might take like maybe a minute or something. And this is the free tier of Netlify. So with the free tier, you do actually get 300 minutes a month. So you do get 300 build minutes a month. That's with the free tier. Now let's see if we are site's yet not deployed. Obviously, it's still building. Let's see where the process is. So as you can see, it's still building. Let's see what's happening. So it's site is live. So I guess it did it. Yeah, there we go. So what happened? Build command from the Netlify app. So it ran the npm run build command. It compiled successfully. It created the production build, and it deployed the site. And now if I come here, so if I go back here, and I'm just going to change the name of the site just so it's something descriptive, you know. Let's not build and deploy, but I want a site overview, site settings, and I just want to change the site name to CI/CD pipeline React. Let's say it like that. I'm going to save the name right now. And right now, if I go ahead and reach this URL, the site is going to be live. So right now, the website, the React application is live, as you can see on this URL. And now here comes the fun part. Here comes the continuous integration and continuous deployment part. Now, let's say we added a new feature. Let's say some developer worked on a new feature. So let's say I'm gonna add a new feature here. I don't know, it's gonna be an H2, I guess, just an H2 tag. So it's gonna be just an H2 tag. And I'm gonna say new feature. Let's imagine that this is some new feature in our React application. So I'm gonna save it, and right here, if I refresh this, there's the new feature right there. So let's say that a developer worked on the application and added a new feature. And let's say that we want to automatically integrate it into production. Let's say everything passed. Let's say everything is good, all the checks passed, and we want to put it into the main branch. So let's say that we're pushing to the main branch right now. So all we have to do right now, we have to add everything. So I'm going to add everything. I'm going to create a commit. I'm going to say git commit, and I'm going to say new feature. Let's say that that's a new feature, and I'm just gonna push. And now, as soon as I push to the main branch, so as soon as I do push, what's gonna happen? Netlify is gonna recognize that we pushed to the main branch, and as you can see, a new build is starting up right here. So this is the powerful thing about this. So a new build is starting up right here. That's because we pushed to the main branch right here. So as you can see, there was a new push just a few seconds ago, and we're starting a new build. And as you can see, it's building, it's running the command, and in just a couple of seconds it's going to be finished, and it's going to be live. And that's actually really powerful. So as you can see, site is live. Now if we come here and if we refresh the live version, as you can see, it's updated. Our new feature is right there. So that's actually really useful. Now I want to mention another thing. For the React applications that use the React router, you have to do one more thing, and that thing would be in the public directory. You're going to have to add a file that's going to be _redirects. And then you're going to, without any extension, just like that, _redirects, and you're going to click enter. And in here, you want to redirect every request to the index.html with a 200k status. So if your React application is using the React router, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to add this file into the public directory right here. So what does this do? This takes every request that normally would be not found, if it doesn't exist, and it will redirect it to the index.html, so to the root of the React application with a 200k status. So this is how you would do it if you're using the React router, and then you just deploy it and it's going to work perfectly fine. So that's kind of how do you set up a CI/CD pipeline with Netlify, GitHub for a React application, and it can come pretty useful, obviously. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you learned something new, and see you until the next one.